Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, I have decided to come out and work in the front garden. Now, there is this area here in the front of the house that needs to be removed. We have to give thanks for the changes. You know, I love my garden. We love the flowers and we love all of that, but everything has its time. And so this is the time for the garden to rest, to sleep. So we have to help it out and put it to sleep and dream about what we want to see in our gardens and being intentional about the gardens. So if you haven't checked out my journal, gardening journal, it's on Amazon, and I put it together to help us to start to think about the garden and think about what we want to see in our gardens for 2022. So if you can, take a look at it, and I'll put a link down below. It's on Amazon, and it is really a good gift for a gardener to help them organize their thoughts for next year. And if you are a beginning gardener, it's using some of the things and ideas that I've used to get myself going and get things moving in the garden. So I recommend it. I highly recommend the gardening journal. It's called A Garden to Call My Own, The Intentional Garden Journal, and it's by Catherine Constant. That's who I am, Catherine, here at Catherine's Garden and Home. So what I'm planning on doing is to clean up this whole area, to remove the dead pepper plants that were here, to pull them out, or either cut them down and set up this space here for the daffodils that will be coming up. As you can see, my kale is just doing really well. It just rained and the kale is looking fantastic. So I'm not going to remove the kale, but just rather remove the peppers. I also put here my strawberry plants here in the container, and hoping that they will be all right here, because I think it's like a secluded location, so I think I'm going to leave them there. But the idea is to pull up these dead plants now before it gets really cold, so that the front can look a little more tidy. So let me get started. And there, it needs a lot of work because we've allowed the peppers that have died back. They're still there, and it's a mess. So because it's in the front of the house, I want to make sure that the front doesn't look so bad. So I'm going to go in and remove all of that debris and put them in the compost pile and get that front area ready for spring, because there are a lot of tulips and other plantings that are in the ground there, and I know that if it's all cleaned up that it will look quite nice. So I'm going to take you with me up front, and we're going to do a little work up there in the garden. And I hope that all is well with you. This is the Thanksgiving Day week, so the temperatures are going to be dropping. It's going to be really cold in the nights, like in the 20s, and like 45 to about 50 during the day. So I want to get in there and kind of pull up and clean up the area before it really drops, which it should. It might be getting into the low 40s, and definitely at night it's going to be below freezing. So I'm going to get in the front and do some work there. So this is what I've done so far, and I've been able to remove these debris here, and what I'm going to do is just take them and put them in the compost pile. I had these bamboo stakes holding up the peppers, so I think I'm going to save them, put them in a safe place, and I'm going to just need some more tools here. But I think this is so much better having dug these up so far. There's still some more stuff to take up here, like around here. We can see some of this trash here, and really what it is, it's the kale that's died back and that the bugs have eaten. Actually, they're slugs. Call them bugs, but it's really slugs. So what I really need to do is go through and trim up this kale here, so that it's much more attractive and not attractive to the slugs. These lower leaves here that need to be removed. Yeah. The reason why I wanted to kind of work on this today, or right now, is because in the next couple of days it's going to be really cold out and I'm not going to be able to get out at all. But because it rained earlier this morning, it's making it easier to do this cleanup here, and at least make the front of the house look halfway decent for for the Thanksgiving Day week and weekend. So I do want to move down a bit here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this area. Probably just pull up some of this stuff, and it's not so bad this end, and when we want to tidy it up, we'll be able to do a little bit better with tidying up this area here. All right, I do want to go down to this side over here, and I had put this fencing in here to hold up the to hold up the peppers, and pull out these I think I'm going to need some tools here, so I'm going to come back and work on this, and then I'll show you what I've done at the end. In the end, so this is what I've done so far. I removed those pepper plants. Remember, the zucchini was right there, and kind of cleared off this area. I just wanted to show you this, that here there were a lot of nasturtium plants, and I can just see a lot of the nasturtium seeds, so that they have, I believe, naturalized here because of the amount of seeds that I've dropped here. So over the winter they will stay, and then some of them will germinate next year, and I don't have to plant nasturtiums anymore because they are now naturalized. They've created their own way of returning by dropping a lot of seeds here. So what the goal is then to mulch this area with some bark mulch, and then set it quietly for the winter, and then in the spring, of course, the bulbs will come up. Now this is dianthus, and this is a perennial, and it will come back really nice in the spring. So hopefully it'll survive the winter here, and it's well protected, so I believe that it'll be fine. And I'm happy to see that there, because I know that I'll have that. And now this is, I don't know, this is like little yellow flowers, but it's like a viney plant, and that will green up too in the spring. Over here I have put it together, and I've decided to just clip back all of the dead shrubs as much as I possibly can for now. And this is a rose bush here, and I've just removed all of the dead debris of the tomatoes and any other things that shouldn't be there. And then this again is another dianthus plant, and we're going to leave that and let it return again in the spring. But this is some good compost, because this soil was the compost that we got from that we had purchased, we placed here, and that's why we had such great success with the with the peppers. We had great success with the peppers, and also caladiums and beets and things here, and also now with the kale. Now, so I'm going to leave the kale here. I don't know if my husband's going to remove it, but I think it's beautiful. I'm going to leave the kale here, and these are my strawberry plants that I left in the container, and I kind of tucked them in here so that they can survive the winter. So we'll see how well they do here amongst the kale. And then this is purpurella, and I just like how it looks with the kale. So I'm not ready to remove it just yet. I'm sure it's seeded all over the place, but that's okay. People are looking for purple in their gardens. Well, I have it naturally with the purple perella. The purple perella has given me natural purple color foliage in my garden. But for right now, it's not purple, it's rusty, but it looks good. I like that. We'll see how long everything lasts here, but this is the way it looks for now. I'll be carrying that to the compost area. So I was able to clean up this area here where the kale are, and look at the structure of the kale. It's just so pretty. I think I just want to leave them here until next year, and hopefully they will flower and have that beautiful yellow flower from the kale. I'm really pleased with how I was able to clean up this area. This is the last of my 2021 garden, at least the vegetable part. The kale is the last vegetable that I get to actually harvest. And it's very beautiful. It's very important to note that as gardeners, we have to take each section, we need to take each part of the garden one section at a time. And if we think about it all at once, it will seem overwhelming. But when we take it one section at a time, then it's easier to clean up and we are not overwhelmed by the garden. I think my kale is so pretty. It's edible and also beautiful. This will be the next big area to tackle, removing this debris here. And yeah, and there's my showstopper right there. The zebra grass. I think it looks so beautiful here. This border is what's going to carry the winter garden pretty much because of the shrubs here and the euonymus shrubs, which are evergreen, along with the arborvitae. This side of the garden makes me smile right now, and it's kind of good because this is where the cars are parked, and we're able to see this when we're coming over in this area and getting a little feel for our garden here. But this is the next area to clean up. In Catherine's garden and home. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below how things going for you. I hope all is well. I hope things are going well for you during this Thanksgiving Day season for 2021, that you have the attitude of gratitude and that you're giving thanks for all things. Yep. And highly recommend the gardening journal. It's called A Garden to Call My Own, The Intentional Garden Journal, and it's by Catherine Constant. That's who I am, Catherine, here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And to get there quicker, you might want to visit me at my website, Catherine's Garden Home, LWS Weebly, that's WEEBLY.com. And there you can also get a direct link to Amazon where you can pick up a copy of the Garden Journal. It's hot off the press. I actually have a copy of it, and it came in today, and I'm so excited about that. So check it out at in Amazon, and I will leave a link down below so that you can get there real quick and put in your order for the Christmas season so that you can begin January thinking about your garden and what you'd like to do for next year. Well, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time right here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a great day. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.